Hey guys, welcome to the Notorious.tv. This is where I cover stories that are scandalous, eccentric, and over the top. And I can't think of anything more scandalous, eccentric, and over the top than the Donald Trump and Elon Musk feud. So let's get into it. It's a bromance gone bad, and I'll be honest, I have no idea why Donald Trump and Elon Musk are feuding. So I thought for those of you out there that are in the same boat as me, we could kind of figure this out together. If you're already well versed in the feud, you might want to skip to the end of the video because I'm going to give just a little bit of my 2 cents about what I think is really happening here. So I found this article on Reuters. It says, Trump ices out Musk and tax cut bill feud. Not even thinking of him. Doesn't that sound like exes? Like whenever you've broken up with someone, you're trying to move on and people bring them up and you're like, oh, wasn't even thinking of them. Oh, I'm sorry, who? Who? Cares? That's what's happening here. It's a bromance gone bad for sure. So they sum it up. White House official says Trump does not want to talk to Musk. The feud complicates efforts to pass tax cut bill in Senate, and Musk denounces bill as adding $2.4 trillion in debt. So I guess what started all this was just Musk criticizing Donald Trump's bill. And of course, you know, that's not going to fly because Donald Trump is like, hey, I put you in this position. You wouldn't be where you are without me. You know, the hallmarks of every abusive relationship. But let's get into this article. So U.S. President Donald Trump is not interested in talking with Elon Musk, a White House official said on Friday, signaling the president and his former ally might not resolve their feud over a sweeping tax cut bill anytime soon. In interviews with several U.S. media outlets, Trump said he was focused on other matters. I'm not even thinking about Elon. He's got a problem. The poor guy's got a problem, he told CNN. Trump may get rid of the red Tesla Model S that he bought in March after showcasing Musk's electric cars on the White House lawn, the official said. Trump had initially stayed quiet while Musk campaigned to torpedo the bill, but broke his silence on Thursday, telling reporters he was very disappointed in Musk. Musk, who spent nearly $300 million in last year's elections, said Trump would have lost without his support and suggested he should be impeached. Trump suggested he would terminate government contracts with Musk's businesses, which include rocket company SpaceX and its satellite unit Starlink. The billionaire then threatened to decommission SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft, the only U.S. spacecraft capable of sending astronauts to the International Space Station. Musk later backed off the threat. Musk had been angered when Trump over the weekend revoked his nomination of Musk ally Jared Isaacman to head the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration. 2 sources with direct knowledge of the dispute said White House Personnel Director Sergio Gore had helped turn Trump against the Isaacman by highlighting his past donations to Democrats. On his social media platform X, Musk amplified remarks made by others that Trump's big beautiful bill would hurt Republicans politically and add to the nation's $36.2 trillion debt. He replied exactly to a post by another X user that said Musk had criticized Congress and Trump had responded by criticizing Musk personally. Attacking Musk personally was saying that about taking money from his companies. Okay, I thought he called him a name, you know, because Donald Trump's like so good at coming up with nicknames. And I'm like, what's Elon's nickname going to be now that they've fallen out? Because, you know, Donald Trump's like so good at really just picking people's flaws apart and coming up with the perfect nickname that's very accurate, but yet mean at the same time. What do you think? Tell me in the comments what you think Donald Trump is going to name Elon now that they've had this very public breakup. How I found out about this was my friend texted me a screenshot of Elon Musk's tweet accusing Donald Trump of being in the Epstein files. Now, I think that it's highly unlikely that there's any real proof connecting Donald Trump to crimes. I mean, even if he went to the island once or twice, I don't know. I mean, there's no proof that he was involved in the illegal shenanigans going on. I mean, I don't know. That's iffy to me. People who have spoken to Musk said his anger has begun to recede and they think he will want to repair his relationship with Trump, according to one person who has spoken to Musk's entourage.
I love how they imply that there's a way to come back from this. Like, oh, once Elon cools off, maybe everything will be hunky dory again. Like, how are we supposed to take this friendship seriously after all of this? I just don't think there's any coming back from this. I really don't. It reminds me of that meme that's like, oh, I know you guys broke up 3 times and pressed charges, but happy anniversary. It's like, oh yeah, Elon, I know you criticized Trump's bill, and then Trump threatened to pull all of your federal funding and sell his Tesla. And then you came back and accused him of doing some really illegal things with Jeffrey Epstein. But it's good to see you guys back on the golf course together.
Trump faded Musk at the White House a week ago as he wrapped up his role as head of the Department of Government Efficiency. Musk cut only about half of 1% of total spending, far short of his brash plans to axe $2 trillion from the federal budget. Wow, that's crazy, because it's just like you see all of the, thousands slashed here, hundreds of thousands slashed there, millions slashed here. So it's just crazy to think that all that adding up is just 0.5% of the whole budget. It just puts it in perspective a lot. A prolonged feud could make it harder for Republicans to keep control of Congress in next year's midterm elections if Musk withholds financial support or other major Silicon Valley business leaders distance themselves from Trump. I mean, who's surprised? Who's surprised, first of all, that the two biggest egos in the world have clashed? I don't see how everybody didn't see this coming, first of all. But also, Trump has definitely been known to hit below the belt. And yeah, he will fight dirty. So I guess Elon was no exception. So I'm going to offer a perspective that may not be popular. I know I was unfriended on social media for sharing this at one time and cussed out. And I'm also the most unpopular member of my family at the moment. But I was a Trump supporter. I can't say that I'm not a Trump supporter. I can just say that I'm kind of indifferent to politics at this point. But I have people in my family who are definitely Trump loyalists. And I don't understand people's mindset of thinking that Donald Trump is going to save them. I think that it's all theater, personally. I was watching a Trump rally a few years ago while Trump was president during his first term, and I felt in my spirit something told me this is just like professional wrestling. And I remember the day that my brother and I found out that wrestling was fake, and it was devastating to us. And I think that that is how most people would feel if I'm right and they figure it out someday. But I think that the presidents are planned far in advance. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't really care. But to me, they're all working together. I think Trump is probably friends with Joe Biden, like behind scenes. Who knows? Like, would anything surprise you at this point? I am a Christian. I do believe we're living in the biblical end times. Part of the end time prophecy is that there will be an antichrist rise up that deceives a whole lot of people. Some people speculate that Donald Trump is the antichrist. Do I believe that? I mean, not really. I think it's pretty unlikely. But I feel like politics is fake and it's staged, and it's designed the way it is in America to keep the people divided, because there's a lot of power that comes with a divided citizenship. And for everything to be so black and white with our two-party system, it keeps people fighting. And now we have like this side division. Now the Republicans are going to feel inclined to pick a side. So it's like Trump supporters might be divided and segment off to Elon's little sect over here. It's just all part of the charade, in my opinion. Now, whenever Donald Trump got, in the ear, I was skeptical. To me, I was like, wow, that is, his ear got grazed. And then he was like wearing a big bandage. Like, this is theater, guys. It's all for show. So this is when I posted on social media that I'm like, okay, guys, consider this. What if Donald Trump is like in on it? What if this is all just theater and Donald Trump's in on it and this whole thing was just set up? And that's when I got like unfriended and told that I'm part of the problem for thinking that like that incident was maybe not real. Because Trump falls behind the podium, comes up, his ear's bleeding now. Well, one of my friends on Facebook was like, yeah, it's called blading. It's a technique that they use in professional wrestling, which is where, you know, one person has a razor blade, like takes the other person down and like scrapes them real quick, and then they have like all this blood coming out. So that was an interesting confirmation to me, because that, like, I really felt like the Holy Spirit was like, this is professional wrestling. Like, don't get so wrapped up in this. And then to see this happen like years later, and then somebody come back with like the blading comment, which is a thing that happens in professional wrestling, was really like a crazy moment for me. So I don't know if that's confirmation. I don't know if I'm right. I could be totally wrong, okay? But it's just my perspective and I wanted to share it. Definitely tell me in the comments what you think, because I'm always open for a respectful dialogue. But let me tell you, the internet is interneting. Let's look at some of the comments, okay? Let's go to YouTube. This country is a joke. And to think, people once claimed women were too emotional to lead. These two might just be the biggest drama queens we've ever seen. Breaking news, Putin offered a peace deal between Trump and Musk, right? Like, can we get a ceasefire, please? Can we please get a ceasefire? Hire clowns, expect a circus. Two idiots with more money and power than they should have. Disgusting. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am being entertained at a solid 9.5 level. Please continue, right? Like, just, where's the popcorn? This just proves you can pay $250 million to be a bureaucrat for 5 months. Welcome to America. Literally. This person said, those boyfriends are acting up. President said he was going to make the world respect the U.S. again. This is not how. What a circus. Honest question. How are MAGA loyalists who went out and bought Teslas feeling? Seriously, like, the people who were going to the Tesla plant and protesting, like, are they feeling any type of way right now? Like, are people gonna forgive Elon Musk? Like, now that he hates Donald Trump and they have like a common enemy, is this actually gonna like bring people together? I think they're just trying to grab headlines to distract us from all the awfulness they caused. I can't say I disagree. PR stunt to recover Tesla. Yeah, like, what if they're actually like not even feuding? Like, what if it's all just part of the script? You know what I'm saying? Even Stevie Wonder could see this coming. The only reason he ran for president was to block those files. I don't think there's anything to the claim that like Donald Trump was a huge player in the whole Epstein saga, because I think it would have came out already. Like, and this is assuming that it's even real, you know, is any of it real? Like, you know, I just think that if that were true, and if Donald Trump and Joe Biden are really enemies and rivals, I just think that would have been exposed. I think this would have been exposed during the election if there was any solid proof. The Wall Street Journal is providing live updates of the Elon Musk and Donald Trump feud. But I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
So, let's recap. That's good. Let us recap together. The most powerful man in the world and the richest man in the world, each with their own missiles, are throwing haymakers at each other like real housewives on the girls' trip. This could easily get out of control, but thankfully a cooler head has stepped in to calm things down. Kanye tweeted, "Bros, please, no. Hug emoji. We love you both so much. Yay." Ye has entered the chat.
Elon, it's me. You know who it is. It's
Jim.
your favorite president.
Yeah. Well, I'm really busy right now.
It's your daddy.
I'm
Come back to daddy, right? We miss you and we love you very much. Come to daddy, right? Come to daddy. Shh.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. So, That was Epstein's client list, and they said, you're on it.
So many people were on the list. So many people. We even had, think of it, Rosie. You know Rosie O'Donnell. She was on the plane, and she wasn't into kids. She's not. They said, sure, Rosie O'Donnell. She's into people like herself, fat little piggies, right? She's a pigophile, maybe.
All I can say about that is, go fuck yourself.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but...
I've always loved you.